eat. Good morning, fellow beings. Welcome to my Tuesday. I did want to film the entire week, at least last week, and then the election happened and everything's just been crazy since then. Literally, it's still crazy, at least for anyone who like lives in the United States or America, because America is in everything. There are other things going on in the world, but last week was completely just insane. I did not do as much things or as much work as I would have liked. Like, I was not as productive as I would have liked. I spent a lot of my time watching the news, looking at polls, counting poll numbers. It was insane. But I just came back inside from being in my little spot that I like to be in outside. You guys have seen it. You're probably gonna see it in this video. Right now, we have obviously hit November. Exams are literally barreling towards me right now. My first test is on December 1st. That will be my civil procedures test. So as of right now, I am trying to start picking up the pace on this little marathon that we call 1L Law School, at least for my first semester. And that's what I'm trying to do, trying to study, trying to take practice exams, trying to make sure I'm grasping everything. So as of the beginning of November, I've been trying to do obviously practice exams, and I was just doing one now outside for my civil procedures class. Honestly, I only did like one question. I do a question at a time because sometimes you get the whole exam and there'll be questions that we haven't covered yet, so I can't answer those yet, but I find one that we have covered and I try to answer it. And funnily enough, this entire civil pro exam that I was doing, 4 hours is the allotted time. How long did it take me to do one question? I don't want to talk about it. The funny thing is, I'm not even done with the one question, so yeah. It's okay, because it's just the beginning of the month and we're gonna get the hang of it by the time that it's time to take the test. Obviously, I have the knowledge, I have the outline. It's just about learning how to apply it effectively and also just to write, because writing it is I think the hardest part. So I just did that, came back inside. I'm about to get dressed because I'm taking a break. I have Pilates today at 1. I was going to cancel it, but I decided not to because I am attempting to make sure that during this exam season I don't let go of everything that I care about, like I did last time when my memo was due and I ended up crying, you know. Okay, so we have Pilates at 1, and then I'm gonna come back, get back to the grind. Yeah. Before we get into the rest of my day, I want to get into today's sponsor, which is Bartleby Write. You guys have heard me talk about Bartleby Learn before, which was designed to help you with all things core subjects, things like math, statistics, you know, like the really tough stuff. Bartleby Write is a virtual writing center that is designed to help you with all your essay writing needs. On the website, you can upload your writing. You get things like a spelling and grammar check. You get to check your writing for plagiarism, and you also get help with citations with like MLA, Chicago, and a bunch of other citations that are necessary for your writing. I really like the website because it's clean and very easy to use, and after you upload your writing, you get a nice little report card that shows where all the little problematic issues are. I especially like using the spelling and grammar check, especially because after, if you guys have been here for a while, I submitted my first open memo and the feedback I got was mostly relating to my spelling and my grammar. It can be really hard to spot your own mistakes when you're writing, even when you're rereading it, because you wrote it and you know how you want it to sound and you know what it's supposed to look like in your head, and it can be really hard to be objective. Well, a website like Bartleby Write just pinpoints it all out for you, and you don't have to do that work. You can see glaringly where all the issues are and fix it right away. It makes your writing a lot more efficient and a lot easier to read. I'll include a link in the description box down below so that you can get Bartleby Write for 1 month free. So go to the description box, click on the link, and get 1 month free from me. Obviously, I am back from Pilates, and I'm telling you guys, those older ladies, like, they know how to work out. Like, it's a little embarrassing, but sometimes I'll like stop because it's like hurting me, and I look around and they're just going for it. And I'm like, okay, well, shitting on me. Anyways, I don't really like sweat when I do Pilates, but I feel it. Like, I feel sore. I think it's been actually legitimately helping me, and I hate to use this word, tone my body. And the only thing I've been trying to do is find days, maybe 1 to 2 days a week, where I'm just solely like doing cardio, like walking uphill for like maybe an hour or something like that, to offset the fact that I'm not doing like HIIT workout. And I think that would be a beautiful mix. But anyway, it's already 2:40 and I feel like time is just going. And I wish it would really slow down. Like, it was really slow at the beginning of the quarter or the semester. Now it's just speeding. I think I'm gonna start working again around 3 p.m. just to give myself the next 20 minutes to lay down and do nothing and go on my phone. But speaking of writing and getting help with things like writing, I have acquired a tutor. One of the main drawbacks of doing law school online, there are many, but one of the main drawbacks is that I obviously can't really talk to my like peers, my classmates as much. All the advice that I've gotten from like 3Ls and 2Ls is that the majority of what they did to prep for exam season was get into things like a study group, so that they could have like a variety of answers to like a question, compare, contrast, see what one person missed and what one person didn't, and just kind of get a comprehensive look into how to take exams, and then do it with friends. It's really hard to do that right now because obviously I can't really talk to my classmates like that. Over the last 2 weeks, I've been in some breakout rooms that are just really awkward. Like, breakout rooms in general are just kind of strange. A lot of the time I go into a breakout room and it seems like people just make it strange for no reason, and I just can't understand why. Like, the other day I was in a breakout room for my civil procedures class and no one talked. Like, no one said a single thing in there. Like, I think I said I was one of the only people who said something, because I was like, okay, well, we have this hypo, like, is it this, like, is this how it's done, like, and everyone was just kind of like, and it's just weird. It's hard to talk to people and make friends that way, so I decided to get a tutor to kind of offset that negative, have someone that can, one, because the tutor that I got is a professor, or used to be a professor, send me a bunch of practice exams for the classes where I'm not getting practice or pass exams from my professors. And the best part is I go over the answers with the professor, with my tutor, and it's step by step. It's so nice. I can't even begin to tell you. When I started writing my like practice exam answers, the hardest part, like I mentioned earlier, was just writing. I know you're supposed to use IRAC. I know that. I've looked at the model answers that are online. Some of them are helpful, mostly for like civil procedures. You get a lot of model answers that are really helpful to help you figure out where you're supposed to put your answer, how it's supposed to flow. With contracts though, it's a lot harder to, one, for me, spot the issues, two, know how to organize how I'm gonna write the issues, three, create an outline before I do my answer, and then just start writing it. It's not like I don't know what the rule is. I do. I have trouble trying to make sure that the way that I'm arranging everything is correct, and also make sure that my analysis is fine. Trying to find a balance between my analysis and including facts from things like cases and things like that. So helpful, so incredibly helpful. Anyway, now it's 2:45 and I have 15 minutes to lay down, so we're gonna lay down, relax, and then go back to working on exams, and then hopefully work on my outlines. Okay.
So I don't think it really matters.
Yeah, and it's I just saw the word limit's like 500, so. Good morning or afternoon. I've been in this area this general area. As you guys can tell probably from this vlog, I'm here a lot, and it's mostly because I take my classes here. Obviously I used to do it in the desk. Sometimes I do that still, but I just got out of my second tutoring session, and I cannot stress enough how important it is to just get help. Like literally, that is why I do, you know, my work with Bartleby. You guys, it feels so nice to get help, because it's just so much easier than the actual classroom, especially for, let's say, like my contracts class, for example, is the class that I struggle with the most. That's what we went over today. So last night I sent him my response to one of the past contract exam answers or questions, and I sent him another exam because my contract professor has actually given us like a pretty good amount of past exams. So I sent him one. A lot of the issues that I spotted, he also spotted, so I was right in spotting those issues. I just really didn't trust myself, thinking that I wasn't doing the right thing, and he also spotted a bunch of other things everywhere, and I was just like, okay, so this is how he kind of works. So basically what we do is I have like the exam, and we just kind of walk through it, and he's like, okay, you know, reading this line, reading this line, this would probably be an issue, this would probably be an issue, this would probably be a defense, this would probably be a defense, things like that. So it's just kind of helping me think in the way that my professor thinks when it comes to exams, and it's just so helpful. I feel so much better about life, like so much better about everything. And also he helps with like the formation, because when I spotted my issues, I didn't know in what order they were supposed to go in. So he was just kind of like, you know, this is kind of like how I would do it and organize it this way. All right, friends, I am ending the vlog. I'm sorry if it was maybe a little bit boring, but the vlog for this month will probably be even chiller than my usual vlogs, because finals and studying and all that. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I've been hanging out here for the last hour. I haven't done any work for the last hour. It's been great. I am addicted to watching anything regarding like the Trump lawsuit proceedings. I think it's just a lot different since I kind of understand what's going on. I'm gonna start doing my readings for tomorrow in 30 minutes, and then probably I'm trying to decide if I want to work on my outline or work on the problems that I went over with my tutor today or tomorrow. But anyway, thank you guys for hanging out. I'll see you guys in the next video.